practice, but practice makes better. So I'm driving to Toledo. It's a cute little town, not too far. I haven't really explored it much. I haven't shot for a little while. Finished off a few rolls, just bringing a camera with me, shooting here or there, but I haven't gone and taken a dedicated go look for film photos trip for a little while. Here in Toledo, but there's kind of a lot of people around, and that makes me uncomfortable because I think I'm gonna make them uncomfortable. Which is why I usually just go out into the woods and look for nice landscapes. It's a little bit harder to do any sort of urban or street photography, especially in a town that's small where pretty much everyone there is local. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have come here. Even more uncomfortable than taking photos in a public space is filming yourself taking photos in a public space. I don't know if I got the gumption to do this, to be honest. Maybe. I decided I'd regain my sea legs on the deserted end of Main Street. I grabbed my Minolta X-700, slapped on the old 58 1.4, and loaded a roll of Fujifilm 200. Alright, now she's hooked. Good. But I think the city hall looks nice, so I'm going to kind of square it up and do a portrait. Like so. And kind of just go from the steps up to the roof line. This one's alright. The colors came out nice, and I got the framing pretty close to symmetrical, but the shot is nothing special. I mostly just like the font on the city hall part. It's kind of cool. I don't know where my lens cap is. I'm gonna get another one of the city hall, but I'm gonna zoom in to show you about what my framing looks like. So it's kind of about there. I'm using the 58 f11 500. I'm glad I took this second angle. I wish that tree wasn't filling the center of my frame and blocking a big portion of the building. So 500. I turned off the main drag, and this depot looks a little neat. This one's probably going to flare pretty bad because this lens has an older coating. I can't find anything good to say about this one. Okay. This building looks cool, like the rest, but I kind of got to back out into the street to get the framing that I want, and I think now's my chance. And I see another car, but this would be great for the 35, but I left it in the truck. F11 500, and it is what it is. I like it. The signs are nice and sharp. I'm glad I got one sunny side and one shaded side for that contrast. I would have preferred a wider lens though. Might try and get another angle on it, but that's not bad. It's a little more sun on. I'm gonna bump that to 16 500 still. I like the composition here better, but I prefer the lighting from the first one. I'd like to shoot this building again in the morning instead of the afternoon. Now we're talking. There's this park by the bank. It looks like it goes down to the river across from the paper mill. So there's probably going to be some good shots out here. And there's one of those tables that I really like. Concrete ones. Jackpot, baby. There's a couple old trucks here. Oh, the rusty one looks kind of cool. Old International, maybe. This angle's not great. Maybe I'll come around here. But there's the river, looking nice. That's a little better. It's not a lot to look at. Can't really get tight enough. There's not interesting context to it. But this is cool. So, tugboat out there. I don't know if you can even see that, but I'll zoom in for you. 11 and 250. And we're there. It's alright. I tried cropping this one into a 16:9, but it gets pretty grainy. I think I'm going to switch to aperture priority. Never used aperture priority on this camera, but I keep having to take my eye away. Check my shutter speed. This anchor looks kind of nice. Just an anchor in a field can only do so much for you. So we move on. Looks like their boiler out there. I'll zoom back in. Not that good. So I mentioned in my last video how I like these tables, but I don't know if I can really get a good photo of this one. The light's kind of coming straight that way. And the light's pretty harsh right now, and especially reflecting off the river. So I don't know. This one might not be worth taking. But no, I don't think I will. But it's good to know that it's here. There's another one over there. But that one looks broken, so maybe that's cooler. But just continue our river walk. It's nice. I'm not using the microphones anymore. Tried that last time. I'm not sure how I feel about it. That crane looks pretty cool. This angle's not bad. Yeah, I think I'll take it. Put it just left of center, about a third. Good enough. Good. Got to advance. Okay, one more time. I like it. A little underexposed, but that's okay. Neat crane. Boy, it's just gorgeous. It's a nice breeze. It's a good looking day. Kind of over by the marina now. There's some modern art in the park, which is fun. I don't know if that dock's public or not, but I might go down there. But we're a little closer over here to this boat I saw earlier. So we'll see what that looks like through the lens. 3 is a little tighter than the 58 I'm using, but I'll show you a little better what I'm looking at. Can't really show you because I'm filming with my phone, but I've got my phone on the hot shoe mount. There's kind of no real focal point here. That sailboat looks good from this side. I've been shooting a lot of f11 and f16, and I don't know, I think I want to tighten up, so I'm going to go with f4 and 1000. Now we're getting somewhere. The warm-up's over, and I'm getting back into the groove. Nice. So it does look like it's public. I think if I go out one of those further piers, I can get another shot of that boat, ship, whatever. It might still be too far away for the 58. I did bring 70 to 205, but I left it in the truck with my 35 and my 28. Nah, changed my mind. I don't really like it. Oh, perfect. I can use this pole to shade me from the glare. It doesn't glare as bad on my phone lens, but this old Record flares pretty bad. That's 5.6. Should give me some good depth. The Northern Ram. This one's crowded, but I like looking through all the little details. What draws your attention first? I tried to emphasize the Northern Ram there, so that's what I noticed first, but I took it and I know that was the intended subject, so I need a second opinion here. Not bad. Okay. It's still pretty over here, so I'm gonna do one of kind of just the back 2/3 of the boat. I'm gonna focus on kind of the mid. I love it. That's all. It's nice. Got a little bit of the crane back there. That seal right there kind of looks cool. 5.6. That gives me 1,000. So it's a bit dark, but still cozy. It's almost claustrophobic, but I still like it. I think I might take a landscape to go with the portrait I took earlier, but I don't think I like it here as much. But it's okay. I'm just gonna... I think this one works better than the first shot of these boathouses. The full sun on the front with the seal really draws your attention, and the boats and trees have a little more room to breathe. Shoot it. I'm shooting Fuji 200. Never shot it before, but I've shot quite a few rolls of gold, so if it is exactly the same, like everybody says, then I kind of know what to expect. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with this method. Although my camera's almost twice as heavy now because there's a bunch of bullshit on it. But and I still stop recording every time there's someone close enough that they could hear me talk. So I think I'll take a photo of this here. Train F4, that puts me in a good range. Tighten focus just a little bit. I'm just not into this one. Just okay. A little shadier on this side. I don't know if that's any better or worse. I don't know if I'm supposed to be back here or not. But yeah, this thing's kind of cool. But I gotta get more distance because I'm using a 58. Nah, there's too much light on that building back there. I don't really like it. Finished up that little loop of the park and the marina. And I have about 15 shots into this roll. So, more than half left. Not likely to finish it today unless I find something interesting on the way back towards the truck. Downtown's cute, but it's pretty dead. I'm more picky on my subjects when the light's this harsh. It's easier to make something boring look good when the sun's coming through sideways and it's all golden and shadowy, and there's just a lot of drama in the light. Here, it's kind of working, but the sun's still too high, still too white. Need it to get golder, but I also don't have time to hang out till sunset, so probably won't happen. Okay. I'm taking the scenic way home because I'm not yet satisfied with the amount of photos I've taken. Ooh, I might stop and take a photo of the other side of the sawmill. This road goes back along the Yaquina River and along the bay into Newport. Oh, nice. Sorry. Okay, I want to find a place to stop because those ships are cool. There's a shipyard. There's some big old dry docked boats out there, but I'm on the wrong side of this road and there's nowhere to pull off, and I'm on a blind corner. Damn it. I'd have to find a good place to see that on foot. I got back to Newport and decided to check out some of the more commercial areas in the bayfront. The audio through my cheap wireless microphone is so terrible in this section. I decided to just cut most of it out. It's nice, but very busy. It's a fun scene to look around in on the big screen where I can zoom, but I don't think it works as well on a phone. I should have bumped up the exposure compensation to keep some more shadow detail, but I like this one anyway. Very similar to before, but I think this one's a bit more dynamic. I like the sterns of the boats and the rusty dock posts as leading lines, and the reflections are pretty. Has anybody ever used the depth of field preview on their cameras? I never really do. I do feel like I might be thinking about this too hard. I don't have to have a profound critique for every photo. I'll just let you make your own decisions about them. I'll be here if you need anything. That's cool, but really flary. That looks kind of good. What do you think?
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
See, now I'm using the depth of field preview, and I'm seeing if this Yvonne here is going to be in focus. I think I'll take it like that. I like the boats are women. Doesn't really make sense. But who came up with that? Who decided all boats are women? Who decided that boats have to have people names anyways? I've taken a shot of that bridge from lots of angles. but not from this one. Couple sea lions out there that are not hanging out with all the other yappers. There's one.
Want a drink? I'll get you a drink. I'll get a glass.
Well, that son of a bitch is made of wood. Oh, hey. Hey, fellas. I think if somebody asks, I'm going to pretend I'm using my phone as a light meter, and that's why it's mounted on top of the camera. I just... Yeah, I get weird around people. I get like indecisive and rushy. And I don't know. I'm uncomfortable around people. I don't know if that'll go away at any point, but maybe it will. Whatever. I'm gonna head back out here. I wanted to go to the end of this, but I don't want to get too close to those gentlemen there. I don't want to disturb them, and I don't want them to think I want to disturb them. But I do think I want at least one more shot of them. From like right here. Yep. Alright, never mind. Sorry. My bad. I didn't mean it. I guess pointing a camera at him is threatening, so maybe I'll just have to do it on the fly. Don't mind me. Scan it real quick. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Sorry for treading on your turf, homie. Won't happen again. Yeah, there's a sign at the mouth of this dock. It says, sea lions are dangerous. I believe it. I don't need to find out how much stronger they are than me. Now, I know seagulls are like ocean pigeons, but I still like to see animals in places that have been made not very hospitable to animals. So, I don't know why. I think it's funny when birds hang out around people. Oh, my phone's dead. Might have to get it. Okay. Update. Now have a battery pack magnet on my phone strapped to the top of the camera, so that's the rig. It's even dumber than before. So because my phone's on the charger, I can't use my mic because I don't have, and I forgot to swap lenses again. I was gonna use the long one because I want to take a photo of the underside of the bridge. This might be an okay spot for it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good, but I don't know if I can get. I'll take a few. I've got 10 or 9 shots left, so I'm at one stop overexposed. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I just noticed I've been shooting this whole roll at 400, not 200. So it's all going to be one stop underexposed. So that means if I keep shooting it this way and then push it, it'll get me back that range. Fuck, I'm gonna have to figure out how to push or pull on this one, but I'm gonna keep shooting at 400 and act like nothing happened and figure it out later. So I'm gonna take this shot of the bridge. Obviously this was not an issue. Pushing film is not scary or complicated. I think the extra contrast is nice on these photos. I may have gotten a little creative with the color correcting while converting these, but I like them. Deal with it. I've shot this bridge from almost every angle you can. It's just one of the nicest looking things in town. And so, see, this one's, there are millions of photos of this bridge. I don't need to. I would just be taking that photo to get more progress on this roll, because I want to have it done so I can develop it this weekend. Maybe, see, I wanted to get that pillar in the middle, that support, the bottom side of it in the light from here. Maybe I'll still do it. I'll take a portrait. Between 8 and 11 puts me at 125, so I'm going to go with between 8 and 5.6, which is a little small for this. Ugh, if I time it right, I might be able to hide that car. We'll see. But now that I have my phone offset so I can use the magnet to hold up this charger, it's twisting on my hot shoe mount. This is so stupid. This is the dumbest. Oh, that looks enticing. Yeah. Go over here. Alright, yeah. I'm a sucker for misty sunshine. This fucking fence, though. I'm gonna have to work around that. Either I get close enough you can't see it, but I'm coming in at an angle, so it's not really gonna work. Oh, you know what? That might work better than I thought. What's my... No, if I open her all the way up, if I go 1.5 stop over, that could just work. I'm gonna try something different here. That's gonna give me the max blur on the fence and the most clarity on the bridge. Let's try it. It kind of worked. I don't think I'd do it again. I got the angle I wanted, but a stepladder would have worked better. I can't recommend this advanced technique. We'll see. Never used that setting before. I'm gonna just leave it back at half over. See, that's kind of cool. I got lucky. This one's cool. Oh, god damn it. That's a complaint I have about the X series Minoltas. Is, like, how long had cameras operated with a half press of the shutter to meter? And you gotta make it a sensor so that when you half press, it's actually a full press. And then, like, this is the only camera I've ever accidentally taken shots with before I wanted to. Because I try to meter, and I can just set my finger back on the sensor and it'll meter again, but it's just so touchy. Oh, there's sailboats out there. I think if I go high and cut off the Coast Guard HQ. That's not bad. Once again, I wish I'd brought a different lens. I'm stupid. That's funny. I'll just wait.
Okay, take care. See you soon. Remember, Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday.
No, I think I like that as portrait better. So I think I'll do it. If I'd been quicker, these two folks at the end of the pier were pulling a crab ring when I first walked up. That would have been more interesting. Okay. We're getting desperate here. There's a calm trail. That's it. Calm trail and a tree. We don't have any context. There's nothing there. Not interesting. Don't take it. See, I get impatient towards the end of a roll. It happens every time. I just think, oh, if I finish this roll, I can get the photos. But if I waste the last 6 shots random garbage, then I won't care. It won't be satisfying when I get the photos because they'll be rushed garbage. So I gotta remember that these are expensive. Every photo is expensive. So make them count. Give her a shot. See, that looks more interesting this way. See, with the houses in there, that's not bad. I'm going to bump the exposure up, stop at a half, and fire. I'm really glad I waited for a better look at the contrail. Without context, it's just a line in the sky. But here, there's something to look at. Patience is a virtue. See. Alright, 2 shots. 2 left. So weird. I just feel weird. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like a crazy person talking to myself. But also I'm a little more comforted talking to my phone than if I were just walking around filming stuff. I'll just finish her off here just because dial her compensation back down. I'm sure I've taken a picture of that exact boat before. While it's a nice shot, I think I was ready to call it a day and I didn't want to wait for another trip to finish out the roll. Patience is a virtue in limited supply. I actually did shoot this exact boat on my first ever roll of film, Ultramax 400 in my AE1. It's something. One more shot. Let's do a portrait of the corner up here. Because why not? It's a nice gradient. And there she goes. That's all she wrote. very disappointed in myself that I didn't realize that I left the meter at 400 until the 32nd frame of that roll. So now I have to do some math and figure out how to push. But finished it, so now I can edit this video, and I can develop this film, scan and edit these frames, mash it all together. See, that's what I'm talking about. All it takes is one person sitting in their car to glance at me, and I'm uncomfortable, and I stop recording. I get weird. I'm showing you straight up my nose because it's less embarrassing for me to put my bats in the cave on the internet for anyone to see than for one person on the street to see me vlogging on my phone. Boy, how about that? Why couldn't I have just been born confident? Everything would be so much easier. Maybe they're all pretending too. At the very least, I'm getting some steps in. And it's nice out. That helps. It's like 58 degrees around now. Sun's down over the harbor, so good timing for 200 speed film. Accidentally pushed to 400. Stupid. Now I just gotta truck back to the truck. You know, I think part of me hopes that none of this audio comes through, so I can just treat it like a private therapy session and just dub it all over later. I don't know. I haven't found my groove, my format yet. Okay. It's finished. Fucking tourists, man. They don't know how three-way stop works. Everyone has a stop sign. Everybody. God damn it. I'm frazzled. I'm flustered. Honestly, beautiful day. I do think that I got some good shots on that roll. As long as I can develop them correctly and they come out okay. Most of them I shot non-compensated at 400. And then half of them were compensated half a stop over. And then one or two was compensated like a stop and a half over. So that one was pretty close to like what I would normally shoot if I were doing box speed. But I got so caught up in this damn video, the vlog, and the stupid gear to put the camera on, to put my phone on my camera to vlog, that I completely ignored the ISO setting on the camera. So I was metering wrong all day. Like there was a point where I thought, boy, I feel like some of these shots should have been, too dark at 200 speed, because I never had to get into like uncomfortable shutter speeds for me, and I had pretty free reign over what aperture I wanted to use most of the time, as if I were using 400 speed film. And it didn't occur to me until I got to the bridge to look at the ASA. See, this is why I needed to go shoot today, because I started developing at home. I jumped the gun. I was like, okay, I'm going to develop one roll and scan it. But I didn't buy a scanner. I developed a roll, and then I developed 4 more rolls, and I had 5 rolls developed when I got my scanner. I was jumping the gun and not troubleshooting the developing process and making sure I was doing that right before I started scanning. So I posted some images of my roll of Electra that were soupy. They were pretty soupy. When I realized I had a problem, I quit scanning and I quit developing, and then I let it pile up again, and I had 6 rolls ready to develop, and I pretty much quit shooting for a little while because I wanted to get caught up on scanning and developing, but I just kind of sat in limbo, too scared to develop anymore, too scared to scan anymore, because I was worried about fucking something up, which I had already fucked it up. I just didn't want to face that reality that it was fucked up. So I haven't really gone and shot properly for like a month at this point. And everything I posted on Instagram is from like the past year. Like I think the most recent photos I have are from like beginning of August, end of July. Because I just haven't been shooting them much. So, anyway, I was out of practice. I was rusty. Today was really good, but I made that mistake because I wasn't paying attention to my process. But it's learning. The whole thing is a learning process. So, it's been like 3 weeks since I shot that roll and that vlog. I've been trying to edit and wrap it up, but I've just been busy. Pig. No, you go lay down. I'm busy. I've now seen how those photos came out, and they came out good, in my opinion. I like them. I will definitely push Fuji 200 or Kodak Gold again. I can't confirm 100% that Fuji 200 is Kodak Gold. I don't know any of the backwater dealings or anything about that, but I do know that they seem very similar in the end results, even though one I've pushed, one I've never pushed. The Minolta X-700 is a good camera, and the 58 1.4, it is difficult for me not to just use this setup for all of my photos. I really like them. They work well together. 58 suits me, but I need to shake things up and break out of the habit of always using the 58 because I had other lenses with me that day, but I just used the 58 the whole time. Partially because I have my big camera bag in my truck. I had a lot of other gear in there as well. I even had my EOS 650. I had that and 2 lenses for it. I brought way too much gear because I didn't know what I was going to shoot. So I ended up taking with me what I could carry on foot. And that didn't really leave room for a different lens. So maybe next time I'll just force myself to leave the 58 at home and use a different lens. If I'm going to be putting myself in positions where I'm walking around and I don't have room to carry another lens with me, then I should pick a lens that I need more practice using. But the X-700, if you would like more information on the Minolta X-700, Google it. I don't think there needs to be another video about whether or not it's a good camera. It's a good camera. But I want to talk a little bit about social anxiety. I've been trying to figure out what exactly makes me feel embarrassed to do almost anything in public. Anything that is like even just a step outside of normal everyday stuff. Like even without vlogging, with a ridiculous phone mount on the camera to record video, even just taking photos out in public where there's a lot of people around, I do feel kind of out of place. I don't know, it kind of helps to pretend I'm like a journalist sometimes, that like if I have a job to be there and do what I do, then, you know, it's not that weird. It's definitely easier with other people than walking around by myself, talking to my phone. Everybody knows that vlogging is not new. Vlogging has been around. People have been recording themselves in public spaces and talking to their camera for, I don't know, is it 2 decades yet? Feels like we're getting close. But it's not that weird to see that online. That's not weird. And really, is it that weird to see somebody, hey, I don't know. Is it that weird to see somebody doing it in person? I can't really think of a time I've specifically seen someone vlogging out and about. But I haven't really been a lot of places where that makes sense to do, I guess. I don't know. I struggle to get over the out of place feeling, and I don't know, like, I would love to, you know, talk to people while taking photos. I'd love to like chat about cameras or like take photos of people. But also I don't want that. I don't know why I feel embarrassed to be making something in public. Why why am I like this? Like, I went to Toledo and there were a few people downtown, but it was mostly just cars going through town. And it, like, looking back, it's definitely not a big deal. I just felt a lot more watched than I was. And like the places I went in Toledo weren't populated. Like I started downtown where there were a few people milling around. But like I went to a park that was all but empty. I went on some docks where there weren't a lot of people. And I feel like worrying about how I look to other people is affecting the way I take photos, and it's affecting what photos I take. And so that's what I want to kind of overcome. I want to remove the obstacles between me and the photo that I want. Yeah, but maybe I'm the biggest obstacle, really. I just feel like I don't know. Let's have some beer. Oh, that doesn't taste right. Is that expired? Almost. I think it was rolling around in the bed of my truck for a couple weeks. So, but I feel like this outing did give me some more confidence. Like I kind of got into a flow. I got into a rhythm where like it just, I don't know. I felt good. I felt good in the moment. I felt good developing the photos, and it was good. It's good. I like it. And it was uncomfortable, but it's self-inflicted discomfort. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna keep doing it. And maybe just the practice of going out and doing it more will make it feel less awkward. If that's the only way to get rid of the feeling and still make the things I want to make, then I'm just gonna have to make some uncomfortable videos. I'm just gonna have to just go be uncomfortable in public. Yeah, having a second person with me would have helped a lot. That would have been much, simpler. That would have been way more normal because I could talk to that person. I should find people to go take photos with. And I also want to take photos of people. Consenting people. People who want their photo taken. Like, most of my subjects are not people. And when my photos do have people in them, they're usually just a small anonymous element in the photo somewhere. So it's not a photo of a person, it's a photo with a person in it. If that makes sense. I don't know, like I do like finding like tiny people very far away that like you kind of got to scan to find them in the scene, and that's fun. But it's not like like I'm not interacting with that person. There's no emotion there. I want to figure that out, and so I got to get closer to people. So I gotta get comfortable around them. If there's a trick to it, I'd like to figure that out. Maybe it really is just as simple as pretending to be confident or pretending that I'm supposed to be there. I gotta figure it out. It's a learning process. I'm learning. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed the photos. I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed taking the photos too, for the most part. Yeah, editing I don't enjoy because that's not my shtick. I don't jive with that. And I don't jive with video very much either. Still filming on my phone. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you have a nice day or evening or night, whatever. Go talk to people. That's my advice. Go find people and talk to them. So long. Okay, hop down. Go on. Excuse me. Hop down. You good? Big. Okay. All right. You good? Get off. Go on.